Welcome back to the Think Out Loud AM podcast. We're here with
Anthony.
and Monet for episode 10.
It's lit.
All right, Anthony. Whenever you've had an interview, how has it been for you when they asked for your strengths and weaknesses?
It's kind of rare that people ask me questions. I'll say like 1 out of every 10 interviews.
No.
Like, what do you mean when they ask for my strengths and weaknesses?
No, sorry. Regular interviews, like when you go to interview for a job or something.
Oh.
And they ask you. You go to a job interview and they ask you, what are your strengths and weaknesses?
Well, I haven't done that in like 4 years. I'm self-employed, I'm not gonna lie. So I haven't done a job interview in 4 years, and before that I didn't do one in like 3 years. So I've only had like 3 interviews in my life, I think, maybe 4. But I think when they asked me that question, I kind of just made something up. I just like, what's something good to say? And then I would say that, and usually they'd be like, good answer in their mind because I got the job. But yeah, I don't know. I would say my strengths are communication because that's all I do all the time. And my weakness would be to communicate more effectively because you could always get better.
I like that.
Yeah.
For me, when they ask that, I always try to prepare ahead of time and I do mock interviews with my friends and everything. But it just always makes you think because I feel like we don't usually do a deep dive on ourselves. And so when you're like practicing for the interviews or when you're in the interviews and they ask you about your strengths and weaknesses, I always have to think really hard and what are my strengths and weaknesses? I don't know. I feel like it always requires so much thinking. And I love that they ask that though because I feel like it shows them that you are able to recognize where you need to grow. And I don't, however, like that they word it as a weakness because I feel like it's better if they ask you in what ways do you feel like you could grow. I feel like that would show that people are able to grow and yeah.
I like that.
So, since you're self-employed, when you're hiring someone, will you ask them that question?
I think so. I think, though, for me, when I start employing people, I would more so have them do a project with me. So, like, I'll give them a task I would like them to be able to do, and then I would just have them work with me for, like, a month or something, or a week, and depending how well they do with the task, with, like, little help, if they, like, excel, I'd be like, oh, this is a great person. But if they're struggling and constantly asking questions, I probably wouldn't hire them because I'm trying to replace something that I'm doing. So I would just give a task and see how they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
How about you when you start hiring people?
I think I would just look at how much experience they have, and instead of how you said that you would look differently at people asking questions, I think I would love if people ask questions because it shows that they're willing to learn and willing to grow instead of, making the mistakes and not asking for clarity.
That's a good point.
So,
Yeah. All right, y'all. Let us know what kind of questions you would ask somebody you're hiring. It's kind of interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. See y'all next time. Saludos.
Adios. Buenas noches. Buenos días.